you. and we welcome you in to a new season in the MLS with our opening game between the LAFC Falconers and the Inter Miami FC Football Club from Miami, the MLS Cup champions. Welcome to the pregame show. I'm Andrew Knoll on the Knoll Sports Network, presented by Mr. Unjade, sponsored by Mr. Unjade, presented by Apple TV on the Knoll Sports Network on YouTube. We're getting ready to set for a 9:30 kickoff between the LA Falconers, the team that had some success last season but fell just short in the playoffs, taking on the reigning MLS Cup champions in their first game of the season, both these teams' first game of the season, as we take a look at what we have tonight in our matchup. Again, coming in first game of the season, Inter Miami starting 8th in the East, while the LAFC Falconers starting 5th. Taking a look at the Falconers, the away team for tonight's matchup, 9:30 Eastern time matchup, and the game is being played in Miami, of course. 5th in the West, the LA Falconers come in. They were 0-1 in the preseason, only played one preseason game against another MLS opponent. That was a tie against New York City. They have played to a 2-2 draw, and that was the start of their season in the preseason. They did play an international game as well, so they won 6-1 as part of the CONCACAF International Series that is going on, and they will rematch that same team on Tuesday as well. So kicking off the MLS season now, they'll play a match on Tuesday, and then they get back into MLS play next Saturday, where they have their home opener against Houston. So that will be very interesting to see. We welcome you in to the pregame show between the LAFC, Falconers, and Inter Miami. A big start to the season for both of these teams. LAFC, back talking about them, they swept Austin to start off the MLS playoffs in the West quarterfinals in a best of 3. They swept them 2-0, but then they fell in PKs to the eventual Western champs, Vancouver, in the West semis. Last season in the one-game West semis, they fell in penalties. They were the 2022 MLS Cup winners, the runner-up in 23, so they have been where Miami is right now, basically, and they have a very strong team to go back and do that. Taking a look now at our key players for the Falconers, Denis Bouanga is back. He leading scorer with 24 goals and 9 assists last season. He returns for yet another year of in a Falconers jersey, as well as Son Heung-min, 9 goals and 3 assists last season. Came up clutch, especially near the end of the season. So we're going to see what he can do as he returns once again. Now in his second season, both of them now in their second season with the Falconers, both of them last year, their first season in an LAFC jersey. So we'll see what he can do. The 33-year-old Son Heung-min, the 33-year-old from Chuncheon, Gangwon, South Korea. But he was acquired from Tottenham last August. Made an impact in the later half of the season. And again, he only played in 10 games and he scored 9 goals, made 9 starts. So the 33-year-old from South Korea definitely playing in Tottenham for 10 years. Bringing that experience now into American soccer, into the MLS. And that will be a key. Meanwhile, Denis Bouanga, like I mentioned, his second year with the team as well, 24 goals. A high mark set last season for the first-year LAFC Falconer. Now is coming into his second year, looking to build on that. Hugo Lloris returns to the net, 34 goals against in 32 games. All of them starts with 72 saves and 12 clean sheets last season. He returns to the net the 39-year-old from Nice, France. He played with Tottenham as well for a long time, from 2012 to 2023. With Tottenham in the Premier League, he logged almost 40,000 minutes. So that was a key part of his performance and all that. 146 clean sheets in the Premier League as well. Appeared in 2 consecutive World Cup finals, 2018 and 2022. Assuming that he will also be appearing in the 2026 World Cup, that is still to be determined, but a good chance that he will be in the 2026 World Cup as well. This will be his 3rd season with the Falconers after coming over from the Premier League. And 12 clean sheets in his first 2 seasons, something that is really impressive and is going to be looked at as going to be the key for LAFC, especially in a game against Inter Miami, who has a top-notch offense. Let's take a look at the other side, the Inter Miami squad. On the other side, they're 0-0, of course. Went 1-1-1 in the preseason, so played 3 friendlies against MLS opponents, starting in, of course, 8th in the East. They won the MLS Cup last year, and it was, of course, one of the greatest soccer players in the world, Lionel Messi, leading the way, leading scorer last season in the MLS, 29 goals, named the MLS's MVP as well at the end of the season, 19 assists, tied first in assists with San Diego's Andres Dreyer. So Lionel Messi is your key player to watch, obviously, for the Inter Miami squad. And Luis Suarez is also back, and he's going to be causing some havoc, 10 goals, 10 assists last season. So you look out for him to kind of aid Messi in what the game is going to look like. And we talked about Lionel Messi the last time we were on doing an LAFC game at the very end of last season, because Lionel Messi had a 2-goal performance near the end of the season last year in a regular season game before they hit the playoffs, and then he took off in the playoffs. That was a big thing there. Inter Miami's goalkeeper is a huge change this year, and might make them even stronger to some extent. Dane St. Clair, the starting goalkeeper for Minnesota the last 7 years, was acquired by Inter Miami this season. His will be his first start in an Inter Miami jersey, assuming he does get the start as well. But he is a beast in net, and that is going to be a big key going into today's game. Is, can Dane St. Clair outdo Hugo Lloris? And Hugo Lloris is the big question. Can you stop Lionel Messi? As always, you have the game plan against him, but you also got a game plan against the entire Inter Miami squad. So a lot to be looking forward to as we get near kickoff, nearing 10 minutes away or so from kickoff. We'll be back on the Noel Sports Network, sponsored by Mr. On Jade, Apple TV, on YouTube. The Noel Sports Network presents MLS soccer between the LAFC Falconers and the Inter Miami FC. Coming up on YouTube. And we are getting ready to kick off the MLS new season. And we take a look at the starting lineup for LAFC. Hugo Lloris in net. What a surprise. Dennis Buwanga up top. And we just quickly go back for you guys so I can give you the starting lineup. Dennis Buwanga up top. Son Heung-min in the middle. In between David Martinez, and of course, the midfield, they're playing a 4-3-3. What a surprise. It's a pretty common formation in professional soccer. Mark Delgado in the middle with one of the new additions for LAFC, and that is Steven Eustaquio and Tillman on the right side middle. Timothy Tillman on the right side middle. Eddie Segura as he returns for his 7th season with LAFC. In the back with, of course, the great, shouldn't say great, but in his 2nd season, defender Cozy Tafari, Ryan Portis, and Palencia, and Sargi Palencia get to round it all out, and we get set. Of course, Dane St. Clair is going to be the goalkeeper for the Inter Miami team. Nolan Allen, Mikel, we're going really fast. Nolan Allen, Mikel, Maximiliano Falcone, Ian Frey in the back. In the middle, Rodrigo De Paul, Yannick Bright in the middle. Telasco Sogvia, Lionel Messi, and Matteo Silvetti get the start up top. And at the very top, in the 10th spot, is number 19, one of the new additions again for the Inter Miami squad. And he's not even on my roster. That's love when that happens. And as well. So Inter Miami and they get to get ready to do battle. Inter Miami, LAFC. As they are in their commercial break, but we are getting ready to go. And it is going to be a great, outstanding game between LAFC and Inter Miami. If I say the teams a billion times, they're not going to change, but we are going to have a really, really good matchup. Of course, we talked about the key players for both teams. And of course, Dennis Buwanga, Lionel Messi round out those key players. As we get you set, bring in our trusty scoreboard for today. As we take a look, LAFC against Inter Miami, again 0-0 on the Noel Sports Network, Apple TV, sponsored by Adrianto Polybuzz. And we are off and running. As we get ready for an excellent game. The toughest thing will be we'll be trying to fill as much silence and trying to give you guys, the viewers, as much play-by-play as I can, since you guys can't see the game, obviously. Also popping myself in as well. There we go. We're working on it. We're working out the kinks as always, getting you back into it. Big shout out to our sponsor again, Adrianto Polybuzz. Huge shout out to them. LAFC Falconers, Inter Miami FC. We're ready for MLS soccer. It's opening night, baby. It's opening night. What's better then opening night MLS soccer, there's not much. Maybe tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., the Olympics, you never know, but that US-Canada, it took me about like 30 minutes to mention that, so that's pretty good. But tonight we focus on MLS soccer between LAFC and Inter Miami. And if the game would just start, it'd be so much easier to just get into it. But at the same time, we are currently in a commercial break, about to get set to go. And of course, as last time, we will have, during commercial breaks, we have a commercial break thing that I will use with some music as of course, as it fits. We get ready for the start of the MLS season. It's finally here after a couple months off. The only big thing, or a couple things. One, Lionel Messi, obviously, as we saw earlier, is in the starting lineup. He is playing. That is a key. He is playing, but there are LAFC players that are not, and a couple that I can name off right now. Igor Jesus out with a leg injury. A couple leg injury players that are dealing with, or that players are dealing with. So Igor Jesus is out with the leg injury tonight, as well as Aaron Long, also out with a leg injury. Jeremy Ebobis, also out with a leg injury. So a couple different players that have some impact to the game. Some bigger name players to some extent. DraftKings probability showing 48% in favor of LAFC. They were the favorite tonight on opening night. And what a game. What a night. MLS soccer is back. We are so ready to start this game, this broadcast. Again, sponsored by Adrianto Polybuzz. Our match officials, Pierre-Luc Leozar is our head referee. Video match officials, Kevin Scott and Joshua Patlick. Some other refs that we will get to in a bit. But super excited. Lionel Messi, one of the greatest soccer players to ever play the game, gets ready to kick off another MLS season. For Messi, he has played 3 seasons. This will be his 4th. We are ready finally to go, and we are underway in the MLS season. The LAFC Falconers and Inter Miami, we are underway. LAFC initially lost possession, but a strong kick from the Falconers sent it all the way back to St. Clair. And Miami will reset. And I apologize. This game is in Los Angeles. LAFC, the hosts, will say. Ball bounces all the way back to St. Clair, and Miami resets in their own zone in the early part of this game. And I will do my best. There's Noah Allen, one of the strong defenders for this Miami team. In his 5th season with Miami, he's played for Team Greece, one of the 7 players that Miami had that played for national teams, whether that be an under-21 team, an under-19 team, or the national team back in November, as a lot of teams got ready for the FIFA World Cup, playing international play in November. And here comes Miami. I'm Andrew Knoll. You're watching the Knoll Sports Network on YouTube Apple TV, sponsored by Adrianto Polybuzz, excuse me. And Noah Allen and Inter and Miami will reset. And we already have Teosco Sogavia getting involved, the 22-year-old from Venezuela in his second season with Miami. A lot of returning players from this interleague, or excuse me, the MLS Cup team. Here we go. A nice flick into the box. Lionel Messi, Hugo Lloris came out with a diving save and an early chance for Miami. Only 2 minutes into the game, Lionel Messi got open in the box and just was a little bit out of his reach. A good diving save by Hugo Lloris. Ball bounded all the way. Lloris kicked it all the way down the field, and St. Clair was able to resettle it, and Miami now has it in their own third, in their defensive third. So Dane St. Clair wearing number 97 here. Talked about some of the key players for Miami. Of course, Luis Suarez. But some other players as well. Noah Allen around midfield, excuse me. And a little give and go back and forth for Inter Miami. About 3 minutes in. Scoreless so far. And here comes Messi trying to find his way through. LAFC is going to control in their own corner. They're going to kick it away. But regaining possession is Inter Miami. Messi trying to work his way through. Knocked down was a Falconer. Ball bounces around. A shot attempt by Messi. Blocked away by the Falconers. And a foul, I believe, called as Timothy Tillman was knocked down by Rodrigo de Paul. And they're going to show the replay. Lionel Messi, they're showing the replay from about a minute ago where Lionel Messi was inside the box and Rodrigo de Paul had a nice little flick pass. You see the frustration, or well, you can't see it, but they're showing the frustration for the head coach, Javier Mascherano, in his second year with Miami. 41-year-old Argentinian. Won the MLS Cup in his first season. A very impressive feat for this team. LAFC having a little trouble in the defensive end. They'll pass it back to Lloris, and Lloris will just kick it out toward midfield. Winning the header there was Miami. The ball bounces around before Tillman finally knocks it down on the far end, and he's going to cut up the sideline. And cutting loose a little bit was Denis Bouanga, one of the key players we've talked about for LAFC on the far left side, or far side, I should say. He's on the left side. Was running up and down the left side. Nice overhead camera that they have showing right now. That's a really good shot. Coming from a broadcasting perspective, that's a cold shot. A nice overhead sky camera. Miami has possession back to the game, though. Noah Allen will regroup. And Yannick Bright, the 24-year-old from Italy, working in the middle of the field, has a lot of open space. They're not going to pass it to him, though. That's DePaul. And now Miami's got the passing skills up the wing. They're going to try, but it's taken away by Bouanga. And Bouanga is going to dribble himself all the way through. Wide open. Was he offside? Coming in. Can he stop him? St. Clair got a piece of it. Back to Bouanga. Saved by St. Clair. What a sequence by the Falconers, but it did not fall as Dane St. Clair. And we'll see the break. Yes, he was onside. Wow, what a play. Trying to get you the number. That's guess who? Son Heung-min. The combination of Son Heung-min and Denis Bouanga almost got it past, but Denis Bouanga put a shot on and a big save by St. Clair. Now a corner kick from Min. Just over 6 minutes into the game, and we have a little bit of feistiness. The head referee separating some players. I should have assumed that it was Son Heung-min that broke loose. after the success he had last year. Again, the 33-year-old from South Korea, from Chuncheon, Gangwon, South Korea. And the corner in, it's headed away, right back to Min. Near the corner, he's going to dribble into the box on the near side. Now LAFC, their first really big opportunity, cutting toward the middle, dropping back, and they'll reset with their defense. It's David Martinez playing on the back line today. Crossing it in, trying to find a head of a LAFC. Ricochets all the way to St. Clair, and finally Inter Miami can slow the pace down. And they'll reset. Some really good chances from the Falconers on that last possession. And now the Inter Miami squad will retain the ball. Interesting pass there by Miami's defense. And they'll play pass in their own end, and now they'll bring it into LAFC zone. Trying to get to the ball was Lionel Messi. I don't actually believe that was Messi. No call on a possible takedown by the Falconers. That was not Messi. It was a different Inter Miami player. You know, when Messi, when the ball goes up near far into the attacking third is probably a good way to put it. You would assume, okay, it's probably Messi. Not that time, as he's still staying in the middle. Noah Allen working his way. The kick is going to go all the way back to St. Clair, who's just a little bit outside of his box, and will reset with his defense. 8.5 in, still no score. You're watching the Noel Sports Network, Apple TV, on YouTube. Sponsored by Adrianto Polybuzz. We have a good chance. Here comes Messi. He's got a give and go, an attempt of a give and go. LAFC does get a bit of a clear, but Inter Miami regroups. Noah Allen looking for the give and go. DePaul looking for Messi. Didn't quite get to him, but now the ricochet gets to him. Messi is going to have it for a second. And now the kick away back toward midfield and back into the Inter Miami zone, and all the way back, put back by the defender there. Now it'll be into the LAFC zone. It'll roll all the way to Hugo Lloris. He'll pick it up, and the LAFC Falconers can reset. 9.5 in. LAFC's head coach, Mark Dos Santos. First year with the club. New head coach for the club after Steve Chirandolo was there for 4 seasons. Here comes Dennis Belonga on the other side of the thing. And the ricochet off the side of the net. Came in from the far side, dribbling into the box against 2 Inter Miami players. Make that 3. Got the shot off with his left foot. Came back to him after it was blocked. Or actually, it was saved, by St. Clair. And then it ended up being another second chance opportunity for Belonga, and it went off the side of the net. And what a start for LAFC. They've had some really good chances, and Inter Miami's had more of the possession, which has been an intriguing way. And LAFC has had a really strong start to this game. But yeah, new head coach for LAFC. What I was talking about before, Mark Dos Santos, first year with LAFC after Steve Chirondolo, no longer that coach. Here comes Lionel Messi on the far side. And now it's going to be a turnover. And here come the Falconers back the other way in with some speed. Belonga's got it on the far side. Got a couple guys. Now he's got one of his key guys who got tripped up in the box, and it will be a foul on Inter Miami. That was David Martinez playing Again, he's a midfielder getting up in the rush and trying to work his way up. He got tripped just outside the box. I mean, Noah Allen, and it seemed like, if I can get the number of his Inter Miami player, it was Maximiliano Falcone. Both collided, and Falcone got called for the foul. So St. Clair's going to call for 4 in the wall 12 minutes into this game. And the free kick will be inches, maybe a little more than that, but outside of the 18-yard box. So this is going to be another big chance for LAFC. A really strong start for the club. And the question now is, who takes it? It is inches outside of the 18-yard box. Again, showing the view from the sky cam. Had ref working on 10 paces for Inter Miami. Dennis Mwanga and Son Heung-min, both there. 4 on the wall. Looks like Min's going to take it, which makes sense. He's taking the corners and makes a lot of sense. We'll see if he goes for the shot or for the thing. David Martinez is inside the wall. He went for the shot. The rebound off to the right. It did deflect off an Inter Miami player on his second shot. First shot, wall blocked it. Second shot, ricocheted. Was going on net, actually. Good block there. The second shot, Ian Frey getting the block. So it'll be a corner kick for LAFC. Falconers getting a lot of really good chances early on. And now comes a corner. It'll be a short kick. Give and go for a second. David Martinez. He's going to put it to the far side of the box now. Trying to settle it down is the Falconers. They'll reset. And they're going to have to go all the way back. Kind of misplayed it. Hugo Lloris does come way out of his net to settle down the team. He's going to kick it far, it looks like. He's trying to find someone to pass to. He now will find someone down the left wing. Going up forward and missing was number 4, Eddie Segura. Segura, again, we mentioned him earlier, the senior defender for the Falconers. 7th season with the Falconers. 4 goals and 5 assists in 143 games, 116 starts. He's entering his final year of his contract, so something that the Falconers owners and everybody has to keep an eye on. And the productivity, whether that be offensively, which, again, he not much, 4 goals and 5 assists is not the key productivity, but he's more, again, he's a defender. And if he defends well, then that's really what you want to see from a guy like Eddie Segura. So we'll see what LAFC wants to do. They're going to be dribbling on the far side of the box, trying to get the corner, and they do. Can't see if that's Dennis Mwanga. Javier Mascherano. And in his second year with Inter Miami, that showed him. So it'll be a corner kick. So Son Heung-min will have this kick. This is on the far side of the field. Kosi Tafari is near the back post. Guarded closely by Mateo Silva. And that will come in short. The rebound, Dennis Mwanga got the shot off, but it's blocked away. Now trying to clear it is Miami. Taken away by LAFC. They have a chance with another turnover. Martinez has Mwanga's going to go back to the middle. Tillman back to the top. Now down low. Tillman into the box with the shot denied. Another block by the Inter Miami defense. A great play by, once again, Maximiliano Falcone. And he's going to keep making me say his first name, and I'm going to keep butchering it. I'm really trying to get it right. Maximiliano Falcone. Short corner kick. Buonga's trying to work his way into the box. It's just out of his reach. He was trying to dribble. And there is a player down. We're 17 minutes into this first half. Didn't see what happened. It was off to the side of the play, and they're going to show the replay here. And a little contact. It was way off. Inside the box was where the contact happened. An Inter Miami player down. We're in the Inter Miami zone. Was where the play was going on. So, of course, nothing doing there. No foul, I don't believe, was called. They're talking to the head referee right now. Still don't know who was down. But it looks like we're going to have a substitution. So we'll be able to tell you who's coming out of the game in just a second. Tense game so far. 18 about to hit the 18-minute mark. Still scoreless. Good chances on both ends, especially the Falconers getting off to a very strong start to the 2026 MLS season. Something that they really want to do and put themselves in a good spot. And a lot of flag waving going on. Very soccer atmosphere out in LA tonight. I appreciate you guys with all the comments that I'm just getting to now. Is trying to get some of the action now and being able to engage with you guys. Appreciate you all who have tuned in tonight. A couple of shout outs we will get to in a little bit during halftime. Try to keep up with you guys. Trying to engage as well. That ball is into the LAFC zone, excuse me. Noah Allen now will get it, and now it's going to kick all the way back to St. Clair. We are back to play about a minute or two of stoppage, basically. Clock kept running, of course, so we'll see what they do for stoppage time at the end of the first half. Battle in the LAFC zone. A very good job by the Falconers. And that was Ryan Portis, who has done an excellent job. This is his second season, the 26-year-old from Scotland. Second season with the Falconers. Big happy birthday to Santi. So, and have a great birthday. Why not? Birthdays are so much fun. LAFC is 8-0-0 in season opening matches. Wow, that's that's super impressive. No ties, no nothing, 8 wins. It's very impressive. Again, trying to work in engaging with you guys. I do have the chat up on my phone. So I am trying now to I'm like, okay, now I gotta call the game, but I also gotta engage with you guys. We're working on it. We're having fun. It's MLS opening night, right? We're having a lot of fun. Inter Miami with possession at midfield. Rodrigo de Paul with it. Voice cracks are not helping, at least in my mind. Rodrigo de Paul on the far side, back to Falcon. And reset. Noah Allen. Lionel Messi. Or sorry, excuse me. That's not Lionel Messi. That's not Lionel Messi. That's not. I saw the one and I was like, yeah, that's definitely. It's not. It's definitely not. Here come Inter Miami again. Here's a good chance through the middle and a good chance through. I believe that was Gruthamain, or I'm sorry, Bert. Excuse me. That's his first name. Bert was the one that kind of got through, just couldn't quite get to the ball, and the ball rolled to Hugo Lloris. LAFC able to regroup and now trying to work themselves up the field. A lot of chat movement right now. We're gonna have to really try to jump in on this. Shout out to Santiago Setskoy. Hopefully I said that right. A lot of Santiagos. I mean, love it. I love that name. I really do. All the way back to St. Clair. So I have not listened to Gigi Allen. I really haven't. So I have not heard of that one. It's a new one. Inter Miami with the possession now. Lionel Messi this time actually does have it. As here comes Inter Miami. The ball's going to roll freely. Bert was on his way to go get it. Hugo Lloris had to come diving out of his net to make sure Bertie didn't get to it. And see if I can scroll back up. Shout out to Mano Nunez, as well as Jesse Lawler. You guys are just going to make me say random names. I feel like that's definitely going to happen. Oh my God, what a shot off the side of the post. Dennis Bouanga decided to just go on the other side of the field. Quick transition, nice pass by Son Heung-min. Trying to get it back to him was Bouanga. Ben Bouanga couldn't, so he was like, okay, I'm with my left foot. I'm going to try to make a shot almost inside the 6-yard box, and he just wasn't quite at the right angle and went off the side of the post. I probably don't listen to a lot of guys that you guys are suggesting. I will be honest. So the answer is probably going to be no to most of them. Just saying. But 24 and a half minutes into this game, still scoreless. And yet another injured Inter Miami player down. By the way, no substitute, I believe, earlier. Was trying to catch up on some chat stuff, so I wasn't able to see if they substituted or not earlier. A little slow to get up is Yannick Bright. Collided with David Martinez. Their knees collided. Bright is okay. Has a smile on her face. A little hug to Son Heung-min. Came over and said, hey, everything good? I got this. I'll talk to my guy. My bad. Felt that before. Have played soccer myself. Only played it for a couple of years and was a goalie. So didn't really do much in the field. Have played in I have played in the field, but not much. Anyway, back to the game. Hugo Lloris with the ball on his own end. It's turned over by LAFC. They're kind of running all over the place. Rodrigo to Paul with the shot, but there is a foul already called on LAFC, and Miami's really not happy with that one. And we're going to see it right there. Yeah, a little bit of contact before Rodrigo de Paul got the ball, and it was able to get a shot off. Yannick Bright with the foul. Long ball, here comes Son Heung-min. And Dennis Bouanga on the far side near the box, dribbles into the box with a shot, cross there to David Martinez, couldn't quite get it to him, and a roll out of bounds, and Inter Miami will get possession back. I'm assuming you're talking about my birthday, July 14th is. What team did I play for? I play for my high school team. That's about it. From New Jersey in the United States, so that's about it. Currently in Buffalo. Currently on the campus of Canisius University. Student there. It's cool. But right now, I'm in LA. You know, I feel like that's how that works. I'm spiritually in LA tonight. You know, we're having a blast on MLS opening night. Wow, Messi's been there, and as much as I haven't followed the MLS too much until like a couple of years ago, mostly when he came into the league, and what a surprise! But and Miami hadn't won a playoff game until last season, and then they won the MLS Cup. And I feel like they have the team to do it again. I mean, looking through their roster, it's pretty well put. I mean, St. Clair is really good. He had a really good season with Minnesota. That ball out of bounds, yeah. Eddie Segura came running over like he was like, no, this ball's I'm going to continue playing it on the ground. It bounced off the fence and back into play. Was that a bounce? Dos Santos trying to get his team together. Coming up on the 28.5-minute mark. My last name is my username. So, yeah. It's pretty much. That's random questions. Really random questions. We're going to, yeah. Continuing on with the game, LAFC and Miami still scoreless. And there's a good ball to Sung Hyun. Can he settle it down? It was just a little too far, and from also good defense from Inter Miami. Dennis Boulong has 5 shots. Lionel Messi still yet to record a shot. The game plan for LAFC is working. I'm seeing how well this game plan is working. Shut down Messi, you basically shut down Inter Miami. In some ways, and that's how it's working right now. And I wonder what the halftime adjustment for that would be. Keeping in play Tillman, and he's going to be taking down no call. Now DePaul for Inter Miami in their own third, trying to get it out of their own third to midfield, and Noah Allen's got it. Back to the middle. Getting better on the names. DePaul. Here comes Inter Miami. What a beautiful pass with a... Oh, Bert had the chance for the shot inside the box, trying to pass it back. One more pass. No one was there. Inter Miami regains possession, though. And now LAFC takes back over. Sung Hyun is trying to break free. Again, back on defense is Inter Miami. He's trying to go 1v3, trying to dribble around players, trying to get it to Boulonga now. Couldn't get there. Min still regains possession with it, and it's turned over Inter Miami. And now they're going to try to go quick, it looks like. Good pass there from Messi. Up the near side. Pass across the middle, and it's going to be kicked back toward Loris. Loris going to try to reset. Dangerous pass to Eddie Segura, and it'll be settled down 31 minutes into the game. Yes, I could definitely shout your dog. Your dog, Busta Hyman. Broward College. Okay, well. Canisius is located in Buffalo, New York. Buffalo's a pretty cool city, you know. Inter Miami controls in their own end. And you're watching the Noel Sports Network on YouTube, Apple TV. Sponsored by Adrianto Polipaz. LAFC in Miami. Scoreless game. MLS opening weekend. Opening night. Two teams looking for some clarification in their programs. Here comes a great chance, and that one is knocked away off of LAFC. Inter Miami had a big turnover. That was Lionel Messi that had the chance, trying to get it through to Birdie. And Birdie had possibly a shot with his right foot if he could get it. Great play getting it past Tafari from LAFC was Lionel Messi. And just probably didn't have the angle maybe, or just was looking for Birdie, who was cutting to the net inside the 18-yard box. Messi will now take the corner. And that will be curving right to Loris, who will settle down for a second. And now play it short. Lionel Messi still in searching for his first shot. We're nearing halftime. Closing in. About 15 minutes away. Red's my favorite color, even though I'm not wearing red today. I don't wear a lot of red, I will say. Yeah. Don't make me search up Broward College, because I feel like trying to figure out if that's, I don't know. I like Canisius. I'm not giving. I don't know what's a straight answer to that. And that will be a ground soft shot. I was gonna say grounder, but that's a baseball term. We're almost in baseball. We're in baseball season. I'm in a baseball mindset, so it's gonna happen. That's basically what it's gonna do. Inter Miami back the other way. 34 minutes in to the first half. Closing in on halftime. Still scoreless between the Falconers and Inter Miami. And for a second, that ball play back to Loris. LAFC's next match, as we talked about in the pregame, is they get to go on the road. This is their home opener. They get to go on the road to play Houston. Here comes, with some space, Martinez to Min. To Sun Hung Min. Good defense there, taken away. And a battle, and Tillman, I believe, was gonna technically get called for the foul there. Yannick Bright once again kind of working his way. What? Santiago Orca sounds like a better baseball player. That's what I'm just gonna go with. He sounds like a better baseball player. Gotta love some good baseball. Though, gotta love some good soccer. Gotta love some good soccer in February. You know, you don't get really good like soccer outside of the beginning of the MLS season in February, which is pretty cool. I mean, European, of course, but that ball is kicked toward Loris. He'll settle it down. So a lot of back and forth, some good chances here and there. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Jesse Lawler. Nice. Respect. Good player for. Respect the good soccer players, you know. Couldn't be me, but we have fun, you know. That's what it's all about. See, that would be really interesting. Then I would get to know more. I would be honest. Here comes LAFC trying to work something toward midfield. A little bit of a tackle, and they're going to play advantage and trying to get it through is Martinez, trying to get it to Tillman, but he couldn't. A little bit too far. St. Clair settles it down for Inter Miami. Noah Allen still in a scoreless game. And now here comes the chance. David Martinez with the wide open chance. He scores! David Martinez with the cold celly afterward. It's 1-0 LAFC. A turnover leads to a perfect chance, and the Falconers finally break through. It's 1-0. What a chance. What a play from the Falconers. And I wanted to see who made the pass. I want to say it was Dennis Bouanga. David Martinez scores the first goal in the Falconers season. And we're seeing the replay here. Bad turnover by LAFC. And it's Rodrigo De Paul with the turnover. Son Heung-min with the pass. Beautiful. Right into the box. Wide open is David Martinez behind the defenders. Yannick Bright. Noah Allen, caught a little too far up field. And no one really could bet back. All St. Clair could do is kind of just give a at the end there, but a dive attempt, nothing doing there. 1-0 Falconers lead. David Martinez with the goal. A big start for LAFC. They take a 1-0 lead. 3 goals and 4 assists for the 20-year-old from Venezuela last season. Falconers aren't done. They have another chance coming up the field. Martinez in his 3rd season with LAFC. That is his 8th career goal with the Falconers. And this is only his 18th start of his career as well. So he's really showing up to be something early on. Falconers 1-0 lead. Here comes another chance. Way out of his net is St. Clair, and he made a good defensive play. Dennis Bouanga might have been loose if St. Clair didn't come out all the way out of his net. Falconers still have another chance. Bouanga. And the ball was put off out of bounds. And an injured Falconer down all the way back by Hugo Loris. A little fight to get the ball was Tillman. And it looks like the injured player is Stefan Eustaquio, who's going for a slide tackle. And he just wasn't able to get the ball, and a little slow to get up. LAFC with a 1-0 lead. 40 minutes. We're closing in on halftime. David Martinez, his first goal of the season. Some of the substitutes getting loose for LAFC as we near the end of half number 1. A lot of names that Mark Dos Santos could pull. At the same time, for Javier Mascherano, Inter Miami getting ready. Some of their substitutes as well. Yes, I would definitely can go back to interacting with you guys as much as I can. Still trying to figure out what happened here with Eustaquio. Yeah, I'm not giving you personal information. That's not happening. Can interact with you guys, but I'm not giving you personal information. Yeah. He got the ball, but it was probably the way his ankle twisted. So definitely not a good sign for Falconeer fans. He's coming off. Looks like he's probably just coming off, and then he's might substitute back in, or maybe they'll bring him back in the second half, give him some time. See how much extra time they gave in the first half. A couple of longer breaks, including, of course, the goal. Inter Miami forces the Falconers to make a mistake, and right back on is Uska that played with 10 men for a couple of seconds. And now they're back to 11. 11v11. That one's ricocheted out of bounds. Inter Miami tried to play it. They actually do still have possession. They just try to keep playing it. Crowd view of packed stadium in LA. And ref is resetting. It was a foul, I believe. Palencia. And now ref allows them to play, closing it on halftime. About to see how much added time they'll have in the first half. Probably not too much, because usually in the first half, I don't see it too much. I will say I won't sing. I did. Yeah, the singing days. Singing days aren't over, but I mean, trying to commentate a soccer game, so I don't know about singing there. So coming up at halftime, more interaction with you guys, more direct interaction with you guys without the game going on. I'll be able to actually interact with you guys. Plus, of course, talk about what happened in the first half and some of the pros and cons of all that's been going on. Inter Miami with the ball on the attack in the attacking third, closing in on 45 minutes. Back to St. Clair, resetting themselves. Inter Miami trying to find the right play, just like LAFC capitalized on the turnover. It's 1-0. David Martinez, if you're just joining us, gave LAFC, the Falconeers, a 1-0 lead. Plus 7 minutes. Okay, so maybe more than I thought, but at the same time, that makes perfect sense with the amount of stoppage time that they've had. So plus 7 minutes it'll be. We begin the first minute of those 7 minutes in the first half. LAFC trying to add to their lead, playing the ball at midfield. What do you guys? They were just passing it back and forth, just being like, you know what? We're just going to practice some passing for a second. Palencia to Martinez, back to Tafari in the back line. That's a very good question. I'll respect to that question. That's a really good question. I feel like that's a dangerous question at the same time. Ronaldo. Yeah. Two very different things are going on right now with you guys, and I love it. Foul on LAFC. And it's Buwanga. So Free kick from midfield. Here, Frey was trying to work the ball, and now on the near side, Noah Allen has it. Back to the middle. Rodrigo de Paul setting up the Miami offense. Into the corner they go. Good defense by Eddie Segura, making the play. Ian Frey was trying to get around him and cut toward the box 2 minutes into this +7. And a great defensive play by Eddie Segura wouldn't let him. Goal kick for the Falconers. Yellow card being issued actually here. Looked away 5 seconds and now the yellow card being issued on Maximilian Falcon. Okay, it was on the goal kick. Yeah, that's a fair yellow card. On the goal kick, Falcon jumped over Tillman and a little bit of a dangerous contact. So that'll be a yellow card on Falcon. 3-ish minutes, almost closing in on 3.5. About halfway through this extra time in the first half. Again, soccer is not one of my main sports that I follow per se. I mean, if I followed it decently in the last couple of years, more so in the last year or so. So I probably don't know a lot of the players that you guys ask about. I'll be honest. Hugo Loris with the kick. That ricochets out of bounds. Coming up at halftime. Again, some interaction, some fun. Maybe some singing. We'll see. See how the voice is doing, honestly. That's kind of the main thing. Here comes Inter Miami. Great defensive play, though, by Tafari. And shutting down Inter Miami. Tafari, there was a bit of a race to the ball, and Tafari got there first. I am not. I am not. I am not. Very much straight. Very much have a girlfriend. So, sorry. Rodrigo de Paul on the far side. Closing in with 2 minutes left in the added time. Inter Miami trying one last ditch effort. He, him. Adjectives, he, him. Ball bouncing around now at Falcon. Here's another chance for Dave Martinez. Bit of a breakaway. Shot. Oh, he missed the net. He had the same exact chance that he had the goal on, and he just shoots it a little bit wide left. And St. Clair did take a good angle to it. This time it was Dennis Buongo with the pass, and no one Allen was much closer. So Martinez had to get the shot off a little further out, just outside the 18-yard box. But another big chance by the Falconers. Still 1-0. A minute left in this first half. A minute left or so, I should say. And Inter Miami regrouped with Yannick Bright. Yes, I love Colton Pankowitz. He is awesome. Colton Pankowitz, legend. I work with Colton Pankowitz, so he's awesome. Great guy. There you go. There's a question. I'm great. She doesn't need to know. No, Oh no, that's not how that works. Sorry, that's not how that works. Just saying. It's flattering. Back to soccer so I can focus. Though. Oh yeah. Focusing is fun and not at the same time. No, they're just in the office, the balloons. Yeah, they're just there. I'll be honest, I have no idea how long I've been there. There's a shot wide by Inter Miami. Back to the game, which probably ends the first half. But what a shot from Inter Miami to end the first half. It will end the first half. Bad turnover there. And Lionel Messi had a prime opportunity at the top of the box. And with his left foot, just shanked it to the left. If he puts it on goal, that probably goes in because he puts it top left and it's a tie game. And still playing for the moment. Looks like Hugo Lloris is going to get the free kick out. That's crazy. That's mentally insane. Owen Power is not better than Sidney Crosby. No. I know you're just rage baiting. There's no way that you actually think that. That's completely different sport. Talking about hockey with the Sabres and Penguins, which, by the way, Penguins much better than Sabres. We have hit halftime, and there's no halftime thing. So we're just going to stop the clock at 53:01 is where we're going to stop the clock, right around where they did at the end of the first half. It's 1-0 LAFC. LAFC and Inter Miami. What a game this has been so far. Very entertaining. The Falconers have came to play today against the reigning MLS champions. 1-0 LAFC. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Need a water break. Just need a break for a couple minutes. We'll be back. Halftime coming up. A lot coming up. A little bit of fun in halftime. We'll see how everything falls. Halftime coming up. 1-0 LAFC. Inter Miami. Halftime. All right, people, I am back, and it's halftime, and you're all wanting me to sing, and I don't like singing in front of people, but I'm gonna do it because, well, you guys are awesome. So you guys are great for tuning in. So, of course, why not? Let's do this. Why am I not boxed in? Oh, I gotta. Heh. That's close enough. I thought, where did okay, we're just gonna go for it, halftime, LAFC and Inter Miami, 1-0 LAFC. David Martinez, first goal of the year, 38th minute. It's time to sing. So who's ready for singing? Yeah, let's go for it. Hopefully you guys can hear that's probably loud enough. I like the song. I will say I like the song. Oops, it's a little loud. Dedicated to LAFC. Dedicated to LAFC for taking a 1-0 lead. Here we go. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along. I wrote a song for you. And all the things you do. It was called Yellow. I'm way ahead. Oops. So I took my turn. What a thing to done. There was all yellow. I don't know if I can get this. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You know I love you so. Banger. I forget how much of a banger this song is. I'll be honest. So hands, woo, hands. I appreciate that. I need the support of that. So thank you, please. I swam across. I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. You were all yellow. I drew a line. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. It was all yellow. Somebody clip this. I'd love that. And your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turning to something beautiful. And you know, for you I'd bleed myself dry. For you I'd bleed myself dry. I can't play the guitar, but it's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for. How they shine for you. We have some scores to get to in a little bit. Cali shine for you. No, I cannot start an OnlyFans. Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things that you do. Say we're all yellow. All right. Well, that's it. There's your halftime. Come back another time for more halftime performances. Maybe post game. Well, post game, maybe. I mean, it'll be like midnight, but you know, I'm feeling into. Life's great. You know, life is excellent, and maybe that's what I could have done. I don't know. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support. Oh God, I have another song request, and by the way, huge shout out to LAFC, to of course LAFC, Inter Miami, everybody. Some scores around the league before we get to possibly another song, because why not? We'll see if we have time. I'll be honest, I don't know how long soccer halftimes are. Some scores to get around. This is gonna be great. I'm seeing the logos and I'm like, what team or what? A draw between St. Louis and Charlotte earlier today. Cincinnati defeated Atlanta 2-0. DC defeated Philadelphia 1-0. Nice. The Red Bulls defeated Orlando 2-1. Vancouver over, I don't know what team that was, but Vancouver won 1-0. There you go. Austin and Minnesota tied 2-2. These are all finals, by the way. Dallas and Toronto. Dallas winning 3-2. And Zombie is a banger. That Zombie's a banger. Okay, Pop Team Honors. Yes, I'll you know what? We'll promise. We'll make the promise. We'll sing later. We'll sing more later. Houston won 2-1 as well earlier. So I won't sing during the game, but I did want to talk about the game a little bit during halftime. You know, I am trying to. This is a soccer game. I mean, me singing, I'm great, but that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, hold on. I know the song that I want to sing. I don't know this song. I'll be honest. Okay, I can't spell it either. But we're gonna try it, and I've never heard it. We will sing a second song. I would try to get this in before. Respect for the suggestion, because, you know, they did. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Never heard it. So, you know, that's we're just gonna go for it. By the way, LAFC playing really well. Inter Miami, good chances. But LAFC, the turnovers really was the key in the first half. And we are closing in on the second half. But before we get to the second half, time to sing. Time to sing. We will. I feel like they're about to start the second half. Oh, they're starting the second half. We're gonna play this while we start the second half. I'm gonna get ready to hit the scoreboard while I'm like trying to sing. So we'll see what happens. I gotta actually get the scoreboard up. You guys can't see the scoreboard. Sing sides from the Chinatown, steal your mind's elation. Little girls from Sweden dream of silver. Screen quotations. Okay, I can't. If you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. Person sponsoring a stream. Awesome. Sorry, I blanked. And it's Edward and all of Western civilization. Wow. The sun may rise in the east, at least it settles in the final location. It's understood that Hollywood says Californication. It sounds horrible. I will say, it sounds horrible. Adrianto Polybuzz, the sponsor. Pay your surgeon very well to the spell aging. I'm lost. You're waging. Firstborn unicorn. Hardcore. Okay, no. Nope, that's not good. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. That's interesting song. I mean, we're still waiting on the second half to actually start, so this works. Marry girl, my fairy to the world, be my own very own constellation. Teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information. Buy me a star on the boulevard, it's Californication. Okay, I liked Yellow. I'm not vibing with this one. I'm just a personal thing. But LA did score. Fair enough. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Cobain can be here to the spirit singing songs off station to station. Now the rain's not far away, it's Californication. You guys are loving my singing, and I feel like I suck at this one. Born and raised by those who praise control of population. Second half is about to kick off. Everybody's been there. I don't mean on vacation. Firstborn unicorn. Not saying that lyric. Kick off of the first half, and we're underway in the first half. In the second half, Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. I feel like you guys are just making me sing for no reason at all. But hey, you guys are the viewers. That's what happens. Ooh, instrumental break. Okay, good. I can get this figured out a little bit. We are back in the second half. I need to putting the scoreboard up would be helpful for you guys because you can't see that, can you? That'd be helpful, wouldn't it? There you go. I'm split screening. Hold on, we're split screening. There you go. I'll drag myself over here because that's where I was earlier. I appreciate you guys, really do, because I'm not feeling this song. I just not feeling this. Destruction leads to very road, but it also breeds creation. I gotta finish the song. Earthquakes are a girl's guitar. There's another good vibration. Tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Couple minutes in, LAFC with possession early on. Again, trying to build to the 1-0 lead. Foul on the far side near midfield. Spell of aging. Sicker than the rest. There's no test, but this is what you're craving. Injured player for the Falconers. Firstborn unicorn. Still not going to sing that lyric. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. I'm definitely missing a couple of shots. I'm sorry, but I'm really just... Oh, the song ended. Okay, well, we're back to soccer because that's... I was feeling great, and then I had to sing that song, and, it didn't go as well as I thought. And, well, not as well as I thought. That's not a good song. That's not a song I know, and if I know the song, I actually would be able to sing it. But we move on. By the way, the DraftKings probability, LAFC now up to 74%. of a win with a 1-0 lead. 48 minutes. At the 48-minute mark, I should say. We close in on 40 minutes left to play in this opening night. An opening night to remember. With my singing, of course. Here comes Inter Miami, blocked away. Good defensive play there from LAFC. And it goes back to Falcone. They'll reset. The 4-3-3 lineup working for the Falconers so far. Same lineup that they started with. The same 11 out on the pitch for the Falconers. And for Inter Miami, that's not nice. Same again, 11. Oh, voice crack. Same 11 here for Inter Miami. Well, so both teams coming out of the second half with the same starting 11. Yeah, pass across. Let's see what song I want to see for an LF. We'll see how the game goes for post-game song. Okay, we'll play it by ear. You know, Lionel Messi with a chance. He's still got the ball. The shot over the net. Messi's getting his shots now, but it's not falling. They're not going on net. And you can see the frustration a little bit in Messi's face. Good play there. Dribbling through a couple of defenders, staying with the ball, and a shot off the bounce and just over top of the net. And you can see the frustration. He's close. He's closing in on... I don't know what that would... Okay. Israel's cool. Israel's really cool. I don't know if it's... It'd be a cool place to visit. There's a good job by St. Clair coming out of his net. And now LAFC trying to regain possession. They're going to force it all the way back to St. Clair in his box. And Inter Miami will regroup. I do not know. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. But I don't know, Jake. Nope. I don't. $50 minutes into this game. 1-0 LAFC. At the 38th minute, David Martinez gave them the 1-0 lead. His first of the season. And his 8th career goal in his MLS career. There's a shot from long range. Diving save by Hugo Lloris. Lloris has been on his game today. The beard's definitely helping him out. Great beard. Absolutely great beard. I don't know why. That's the first thing I thought of. Actually, deflection. I'm sorry. The shot was already a good shot. A slight deflection off the Falconer defender. And yeah. Wow, you guys are really just like asking very insane questions. Okay. I hesitant to answer on some of these because I'm like, honestly, I have no idea. I'll be honest. I mean, well, obviously, I know generally stuff, but this is why I just stick to sports, and I just it's my opinion on the matter. Stick to sports. Usually, it keeps me safe, but sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, Inter Miami, here's a chance. Lionel Messi trying to get it through. Another chance. Now for Inter Miami, still couldn't get much of a shot off. And trying to see who that is for Inter Miami. Love it when their numbers weren't on the roster this morning when I was trying to go through it. Rodrigo De Paul dumps it back. Inter Miami has it in midfield. Miami's had the possession for most of this. It's whether or not that the Falconers have done anything. Great pass with a shot denied by Tafari. Lionel Messi with the pass got knocked over, and a great play by Inter Miami. First the cross, now Messi got it, the pass, the shot, but Tafari with the block on Mura. What a play Facundo Mira, his first career game in the MLS, his first season with Miami. The 26-year-old from Argentina substituted in for Ian Frey. Here's a corner kick from Lionel Messi. I was going to circle back to that question. I have to say Messi. I love Crosby so much, but Lionel Messi is just mentally insane in soccer. And Crosby, as much as he is, yeah, Messi. So, yeah. Dennis Bumwanga, now in the attacking third. Got it basically passed to himself now off trying to get to his left foot. Trying to keep it in, bouncing went over the line, and it'll be a goal kick for Dane St. Clair. They're going to go play it quick. They're going to try to catch LAFC off balance maybe a little bit here, but now Rodrigo De Paul slows it down. Miami's problem has been the turnovers in their own zone. A little push there from Delgado. And it'll be a foul on Delgado for LAFC, and Miami retains possession. Miami will play it over. Mura's got it. Facundo Mura has it. In his first MLS game of his career, 26-year-old. Seeing in action for the first time with Inter Miami. Here comes Inter Miami. Inter Miami. Words are hard. I'll be honest, I have thought about that, but nah, I'm good. As much as I love singing, more of a fun hobby, you know. Favorite teams as in what sport? Because I have Pirates and Penguins, Pittsburgh, Inter Miami. I love Inter Miami is the ball back in their own zone, blah blah blah. The Pirates and Penguins for baseball and hockey, Colts for football, and Nets for basketball. And I'm from New Jersey, so the Nets is the only one that makes sense. So, scoreboard down below. We already went through all the different scores. Talked about that briefly at halftime. You're watching the Noel Sports Network, LAFC. Running away, St. Clair. Almost ran right into Son Heung-min and gave him the ball for an easy goal. Now Inter Miami's going to try to counter pretty quick, and they got a nice feet work for it. Looking for Messi, didn't find Messi. Now has Messi. With a pass to the outside, Mura is going to cross it in. Can he get there? Good denied play. Defense there by LAFC, and he's down as a collision with Lionel Messi near the top of the box. And once again, it's Usakio going up and making the defensive play. He's up on his feet. He's all good. Fan of them. Why am I a fan of them if I don't live there? Sure, the replay of the header. We'll see what they call on this. I'm curious if it's a foul on Miami. I would tend to think so. It is. I do know Gabe. Yeah. Yeah, Gabe's great. Gabe's is he soft? No. He's a freshman. He's my grade then. Wait, freshman. My bad. Junior, and he's my grade. I think. I'm pretty sure he's my grade. He's a junior. Or I'm pretty sure he's a junior, which would make him my grade. So yes, I do know Gabe. Gabe's great. Go skiing. I go skiing with him a decent amount. I keep forgetting the camera's here. I'm looking at my phone, but the camera's here. Talking to you guys out there watching on this beautiful Saturday night. MLS opening night, LAFC Miami on the Noel Sports Network. I'm Andrew Noel. To answer your question from earlier, you're watching on YouTube, Apple TV. Sponsored by Adrianto Poli Buzz. And I was talking about favorite teams, and I mean Miami's being kind of a rude because they're having some great plays right now, bouncing around. Ball bounces around, trying to find Mura. He's gonna go toward the middle. Oh, what a kick! Dangerous play though. 2 players down. One for Miami, one for the one for LAFC got up. Oh boy, Lionel Messi is down. That's interesting. He's probably fine, but collision. He ran right into Ryan Porteous. His head going for the ball. Ball was bouncing around and kicked. Damn, got kicked in the head. Porteous was going for the ball. Actually, Porteous initially got his head into, or Messi got his head into Porteous, and then Porteous got kicked a little bit later. Messi's shaking it off a little bit. He's okay. Again, Messi came into the game a little bit banged up, still dealing with a little bit of a hamstring injury from earlier with an international play. Yeah, Porteous, he ran right into the back of Porteous, so watch out for concussion for Lionel Messi. Just need to shake it off. But again, to eventually answer the question, players, so like Crosby and Andrew McCutcheon and Andrew Luck were the reason why. I think probably like Pirates and Penguins kind of went together, and I was like, I don't really like the Steelers, so I was like Colts, Andrew and Andrew Luck. That's really where that came from, I would say. You know, he stayed in balance. Impressive. On the far side of the attacking third. Resetting toward the middle, Rodrigo DePaul. They got a couple good chances now here in the second half, and that will be a turnover. LAFC trying to regroup and take it back the other way. Dennis Bouanga. Knocked down, Inter Miami regains possession. Mura has it on the near side, near midfield. Paul dishes it off. Bounces all the way back toward Falcone. Not going to send it back toward their goalkeeper, St. Clair. I don't know. It's a good question. That's a good question for Colin Ritchie. Colin Ritchie leaving Go Griffs. I do not know. Good ball near the corner, in the far corner, trying to get around. There was Noah Allen going for it too. I believe Silvetta was the one trying to go for it. Now on the ground is an LAFC player. So little more physical and frustration in the second half from a little bit from Miami, but a little more physicality on both sides. And it's getting a little pushy. I really couldn't find the right word for it, I'll be honest. Video games wise, I would only play like sports games, which what a surprise. I agree. Love the US. Love the US. As much as I love Crosby, go US. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. I will be up. After tonight, I'm gonna get like 6 hours of sleep, but we're watching the US win gold tomorrow. We're watching the US men do what the women did, basically. Continuing back to MLS soccer, though, while you're watching on the Noel Sports Network and YouTube, Apple TV, sponsored by Adrianto Polybuzz. In their own zone, 6-1-0 LAFC. 38th at the 38th minute. David Martinez, his first of the season, 8th of his career, gave the Falconers the lead. I will be honest, I will be in no shape to stream that, I'll be honest. So, excuse me. Love the idea. Will be in definitely no shape to stream that. As much as I wouldn't have to really prep because I know all the players, but still. Lionel Messi with it. Down to the corner. Mura with the cross. Coming in. Header off the side of the net. And a great chance. Inter Miami's probably best chance in the entire game. Lionel Messi to Mura with the cross, the header, and just off right. And Birdie couldn't believe it. He put his hands in the air like this. And he was like, what? How did I miss that? What a game this has been. LAFC still up only 1-0 though. I will say, after watching MLS soccer here and there, very entertaining. It's so entertaining. Maybe it is just LAFC because I watched a lot of their games, but like, it's very entertaining. Mark Dos Santos, almost a turnover by LAFC in their own 18-yard box. That's how LAFC scored. So probably shouldn't do that if you want to maintain your 1-0 lead. Mark Dos Santos, though, was talking on the sideline, one of his players, talking strategy. Delgado has it in the middle, and now Segura. We haven't mentioned it in a little while, Eddie Segura. And they'll play give and go. Kind of trying to buy their time, figure out the right pass right now. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Saturday night. Late, 11:15 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. This game is on the West Coast. That deflected to St. Clair. He'll make the save. Well, he'll cover it up. I don't know if it's going to officially count as a save, but he'll cover it up, and Inter Miami resets in their own defensive end. This is a great question. Who's the favorite to win the FIFA? I would go with Argentina Argentina or France, and I'm still stuck in 2022 where it's like, okay, Messi versus Mbappe. So I would say Argentina. I think I feel like that's a fair assessment of the World Cup. I'm very excited to see the World Cup because it was amazing in 2022 and really got me into soccer more. So watching soccer more. So yeah. 11-11 Make-A-Wish. Oh, it is 11-11. For me, it's 23-11 because I have mine in military / computer. What's the other? There's another way to put it. There's another way to say it. It's like it's military time, but it's also like computer science people use it. I don't know. There's a different way to put it. I passed 11-11. Oops. I forgot to make a wish. I'm sorry. Well, I wish that this game could keep being exciting, and you guys stay tuned. Wait, why did I say my wish? That defeats the purpose. Dennis Buonga, here we go. 1-on-1. Well, we almost dribbled past Falcone and taken down. That was Ben Buonga. Almost came out of the box was St. Clair, and he almost picked it up outside the box, but stayed right on the edge. Oh, Spain. I can see that. Who do they have? Who do they have on your team? You guys really... Yeah, that's too late there. Too late for girlfriend purposes. Spain. Who does Spain have? I'm trying to think of they're good. I mean, I would assume that they're very good at soccer. I would assume, that makes a lot of sense. Inter Miami trying to get some shots on, can't really do much. Still, again, the possession all in favor of Inter Miami, but LAFC's got the goal. That's kind of the important thing. On the far side, knocked away by Palencia. Taken down, trying to go for the ball, was Salvetti taking down a player. The net cam of the earlier chance by Inter Miami. Man, that was so close. That was easily their best chance in the entire game. Cross Lionel Messi comes up the side, cross it over. David Martinez out of the game. And guess who's coming in? Number 66. Didn't say, well, you all know what number. Didn't say that number. Number 66, Matthew Chouanier. I apologize on the pronunciations. We're working on the pronunciations, just saying. But a substitution, David Martinez has played 68 minutes of this game. He'll take a seat for what could be the rest or for just a little bit. We'll see if he comes back into the game. The goal scorer for LAFC in the 1-0 game. Inter Miami retaining possession. LAFC probably playing even more defensive, trying to hold the 1-0 lead in the final 20-25 minutes or so of this game. Smiling is good, you know. Smiling is very good. Rodrigo De Paul with a good cross to the far side. Be helpful if I can see your numbers. Here's another cross to the middle inside the box, but LAFC is right there. Timothy Tillman dribbling it toward the far side out of bounds. Off of Miami, so it'll be a throw-in for the Falconers. Key players we've talked about, Buwanga and Son Heung-min, both have done a great job. And Son Heung-min has the assist on the David Martinez goal, so Dennis Buwanga's had a lot of really good chances. Miami, on the other hand, Lionel Messi has really woken up in the second half. LAFC shut them down in the first half. Shut them down in the first half. But in the second half, Lionel Messi and bringing Facundo Mura has really helped them as well. So they've gotten a lot of good chances. Eddie Segura plays it for LAFC. And Inter Miami regains possession close to around midfield, trying to get into the attacking third. They do, or for a brief second. I feel like yes. I feel like you can never count out Portugal because Ronaldo's there, though. You never know. I just feel like they're gonna do something. I at least the one thing I do know is the U.S. probably won't do much. They might have a surprise. You never know. There's a good cross into the middle off the head of. It looks like an LAFC player. At first, it seemed like it was off the head of a Miami player, but the redirection off of Falconers. So it'll be another corner for Lionel Messi. He lines up for yet another one. 1-0 game, 70th minute. Good cross in. Little traffic in front, and it was swatted away by the Falconers. Apologize to you guys if I haven't seen your comments or haven't replied to them. Some I'm choosing not to reply, some I actually don't see, and some I'm just trying to also make sure I still talk about the game. And I'm actually getting very invested, especially as it gets later and later. I'm going to get very invested in the game. So if I do miss your comments, I do apologize. But I will try to continue interacting with you guys as much as I can. So we're working on it. Almost 72nd minute. A 1-0 game. Martinez is first of the season, his 8th career. You're watching the Noel Sports Network as that ball rolls out of bounds, but it'll stay Inter Miami ball deep in the corner, or deep near the corner, I should say. Good chance. You're watching the Noel Sports Network on YouTube, Apple TV, iManager, sponsored by Adrianto Poli Buzz. LAFC 60 points, third in the West last season. Oh, decent play, and he scores! At first, I thought he was going the wrong way, but guess who? Dennis Bouanga, the turnover, the goal. It's 2-0 LAFC. And a mistake by the defense chipped it over Dane St. Clair, and a finish, the back flip for the celebration. It's 2-0 LAFC. Real Madrid looking very poor this season. Well, that's not good. Oh, you know what? I should probably do that goal. 2-0 LAFC. That is Bouanga's first of the campaign. And guess who? Sung on Min with a pass. A couple of passes and a long ball by guess who? And a perfect header past the goalkeeper, St. Clair, who came out a little bit too far initially. The header, the defense wasn't really able to regain possession, and Dennis Bouanga gone with his goal. And puts the Falconers up 2-0. That might be backwards, so we're gonna do it both ways. 2-0. You could also see on the scoreboard. So yeah, Dennis Bouanga is first of the campaign, 25th with LAFC after 24 last year. And Bouanga with his first of this year. 24 last year, 1 this year. What do we think Bouanga gets to this year? Are we thinking another mid-20s? Or are we thinking upper teens? Does he continue to put up? I would assume yes, but I'm curious what you guys' thoughts are on that. We'll give and go. So now Inter Miami doesn't have to make up just one. They got to make up 2 goals. '75th minute. So we're closing in on the end of this game. It's 2-0. LAFC leads. Here's a good chance for. There's a good cross and a good defensive play, by Palencia. Came all the way. It was a good cross from the top of the box, top near side of the box. Foul on the Falconers. LA crowd is hyped up tonight. And it has been a good game. 2-0 LAFC, even though Miami's been very much in this game. So, game's not over yet. Miami, a lot of chances. Alande, as well, has been a key role player in the past. 11 goals last season in his 31 games. The 27-year-old from Argentina, number 21. Free kick from a little bit further out. Lionel Messi lines up the shot, blocked away by the 3-man wall by the Falconers. 9 goals and 2 assists in the 6 playoff games, by the way, to deal Alande, 27-year-old from Argentina. This is his second year with Miami. Hasn't been a factor in this game much at all. But we'll see. 77th minute. Closing in. 15 minutes or so to go. Depending on how much extra time they will add. Probably not too much. Maybe a little bit. We haven't had too many big stoppages in this second half as much as we did in the first half. So Dennis Bouanga, Bouanga, scoring his first goal of the season, scoring LAFC's second goal, the first in the second half, after David Martinez at the 38th minute scored to make it 1-0 back in the first half. In the attacking third are the Falconers. And Miami able to, with Noah Allen, work his way out. Toward the middle. Staquio. Here's a good chance trying to put it through to Alande. Alande on his left foot shot it right into Loris. Loris with the save. Hugo Loris, that was the key that I talked about at the beginning of the game. Bad turnover. Rodrigo DePaul to Lionel Messi. And then a good pass. A little bit of a through ball to Alande. But Loris comes up big. Not much power on that shot. Right into Loris. He dives on the ground. Showing the replay. Here comes Eddie Segura, and is he offside? So far, no. Dennis Belonga now has it, dribbling inside the box. Pass in front was Tillman, but it was deflected off a Inter Miami player. Coming up, 79th minute. 2-0 Falconers. You're watching the Nola Sports Network on YouTube, Apple TV, sponsored by Adrianato Polybuzz. I'm Andrew Knoll, calling tonight's game on the Nola Sports Network. Lionel Messi. Facundo Mura. Inter Miami trying to get one before the final minutes of this game. Another turnover is Buwanda trying to go up the field. Couldn't get much going, and a yellow card issued. Very frustrated Segovia. And Segovia is going to get a yellow card, and he said something to Belonga, excuse me. He said something, a very frustrated Segovia after something, a little pushing and shoving. Belonga said something first, and Segovia retaliated with some words, and the yellow card came out. So Lasco Segovia, 22-year-old from Venezuela, scored a goal in last season's MLS Cup playoffs. Playing all 6 games, didn't start any. And Luis Suarez, who has not been on the field much at all today, is coming in the game. He's going to substitute in for Salvetti, excuse me. And the 39-year-old from Uruguay, who has had 30 goals and 21 assists in 2 seasons. Last season, he was third on the team with 10 goals. So trying to get something going on the offense. Javier, the head coach of Inter Miami, Javier Mascherano. You guys can still talk and chat if you want. I mean, didn't have to I didn't want you to go quiet per se. I mean, if you're just chilling, watching the game, especially watching the game, listening to me talk about the game. LAFC making the sub now. 82nd minute. Tillman coming out of the game, and it's... I gotta scroll all the way down for it. There we go. Tyler Boyd, the 31-year-old from New Zealand, in his first season with LAFC. He spent 2 with Nashville and 1 in 2023 with the LA Galaxy. So now playing with LAFC. Not far away from where the Galaxy play. Mura now in the attacking third. Trying to get something going is Inter Miami. Tyler Boyd, 9 goals, 4 assists in 60 games, 42 starts. Strong player for both Nashville and the LA Galaxy, especially Nashville, 2 years there. For coming to LAFC this year. on the far side. Kicked away. And foul, I believe. No smiles from the Inter Miami head coach. 2-0 deficit right now in the LAFC in the home opener. Trying to figure out a way to go back to back. Here's a good chance for Inter Miami. Almost a great give and go, but an even better defensive play there from the Falconers. Falconers defense has been excellent today. It's been their key. It's been one of their keys. Of course, getting turnovers or getting breakout plays has been LAFC's key. And that's where the 2 goals came from, a turnover in the first half and a breakout play in the second half. And almost misran it. Boyd's got a little bit of a break. Tyler Boyd trying to find someone. He's going to dribble himself and it's going to be taken away. Looked like Son Heung-min was calling for it. He said, and yeah, you can see Tyler Boyd giving him like a, my bad, gang. Could have passed it to you. But trying to do it himself. He took a foul as well, so Inter Miami regained possession. Messi on the near side and heading into the attacking third, bounces back toward midfield. All of a deflection. Coming into the final 5 minutes until extra time. Probably about 10 or so minutes left in tonight's game between LAFC and Inter Miami. Been live for 2.5 hours. Good little amount of time. Try to understand what how pink means. I'll be honest, I sometimes forget what I say like 5 seconds ago at times. So elaborate on what is how pink means. Goal kick for LAFC. They are trying to force a turnover in the corner. Ball bounced toward St. Clair, who will settle down and Inter Miami regroups in their own zone. Mura. Give and go now. Mura has it on the near side, back toward the middle. A reset. Rodrigo de Paul has been out there the entire game, just like a lot of the starters. Turnover there by Inter Miami again, but turned right back over by Son Heung-min. He's going to try to get it right back from Olande, who took it away from him, but Inter Miami able to regroup in the attacking third. Here's a chance trying to get it through. Olande trying to work through a couple of defenders, couldn't. Now LAFC trying to transition quickly. When you have speed up front with like Dennis Bouanga, who can fly, and there he goes down the near side. Coming dribbling into the 18-yard box, pass across to Son Heung-min, but it bounds away. Keeping it in play and up for them. Here comes Son Heung-min, dribbles around the goalie, pass to Bouanga, blocked away, and still into the arms of St. Clair, and Bouanga can't believe it. Bouanga can't believe it. What a play by Inter Miami. That ball bounces to Hugo Lloris, on the complete opposite end of the field. Messi now rolling on the ground. I don't know, frustration, pain. I don't really know what is going on for Messi. There might have been a little bit of a collision. We'll have a stop in play. And we're going to see the replay. This is the replay of Son Heung-min might have been offside. Pass to Bouanga off of the foot of Mex. I don't even think I can explain this. Off of a foot of a Miami defender into the face of of another Miami defender and into the hands of St. Clair, the goalkeeper. Yeah, they are. I mean, I will say LAFC's speed is being a huge factor right now. So that's kind of the big thing, you know? I think LAFC's speed is really just killing them, and they're tiring them out. So Son Heung-min is coming out, and Nathan Ordaz is coming in. So they're really starting to pull everybody out. The 22-year-old from Van Nuys, California, Nathan Ordaz. 5 goals, 5 assists last season in 26 games. He signed a multi-year extension through 2029 with a club option for 2030. So he's going to be here for a while. Tonight's attendance in LA, 75,673. A shot by Buwanga sails over the net, but a little bit of a collision there by Falcone. By the way, Lionel Messi is fine. Just for any and all Miami fans or just Messi fans in general, making sure he's fine. I mean, when soccer players are rolling around on the ground, you probably think, "Oh, you're fine. You just need a minute." But sometimes you never know, you know. But yes, the Inter Miami defense definitely is a mess tonight. Not having one of their best games. Silence. As we near the end of this game, we'll see how much added time. There probably will be a decent amount of added time, but nothing too crazy. We're about to hit the 90th minute and see how much added time we got. Rodrigo De Paul trying to work on the LAFC defense. Plus 6 minutes. So a minute short of what the first half was. Plus 6 minutes is all Miami's got to try to somehow come back from a 2-0 deficit that they've gotten themselves in. And Hugo Lloris and the Falconers trying to go 9-0 in season openers, as well as Lloris trying to begin their season with a clean sheet. Alande with a pass, and it wasn't anywhere near anybody really. And a great play by LAFC to try to clear it. And we're talking about the assist that started it all. Son Heung-min, the assist from earlier, best assist of the game. And a beautiful pass, just nice little pass. David Martinez, quick shot, one-timer into the back of the net. The celebration as he takes a rest, Son Heung-min does. Ball toward the corner off of an LAFC player, throwing on in their own corner, basically, for Inter Miami. Coming up, we got post-game. We'll see about a song. See if you guys are still awake in the chat for a song. A song that I can sing, preferably, because, Yellow went really well. And then the other one, Californication, did not. So, we'll, I have some ideas because LA is going to win. I have some ideas. We'll see. Stick around. Post game, some final thoughts of the game, possibly a song at midnight tonight, basically. Well, okay, it's 11:38, so it's not quite midnight, but still. LAFC has the ball as they work their way up the field. Here's a good crossing play. The ball's still loose. Inter Miami trying to clear it around. That's a very dangerous pass. I love the idea in soccer of you have to go backwards to go forwards, but when it's to your own net, when your goalie's kind of out of the net, there's a foul on Birdie. So he was trying to play the ball. Closing in about halfway through the 6 extra minutes. And we're closing in on the very, very end of this game. LAFC up 2-0, trying to take their first win of the season. If you're still watching and interested in staying for the post game, put a couple of LA California songs. Here's Dennis Walker, the cross, the goal, the beauty. It's 3-0, the final dagger. And it's Nathan Ordaz, his first of the season, his 6th in the last 2 years. His 7th career goal for Nathan Ordaz, the beautiful pass by Dennis Bouanga. It's 3-0 Falconers. A nice little cut, dribble into the box, sees Ordaz with a little tap of the foot with the ball in the 6-yard box, and all Dane St. Clair can do is try to make any kind of attempt on it. Beautiful pass by Dennis Bouanga, who's had an excellent game today. Goal and assist for Bouanga in his 2025 opener. And Mark Dos Santos loves it. He absolutely loves it. So, closing in, Nathan Ordaz, his first of the season. 5 goals in 26 games. Last year, he's got a goal in the opening game this season. All 3-0. One of the most decisive games of the day in the MLS. And LAFC has absolutely dominated this second half after Inter Miami had their chances. They had the chance to tie it. They couldn't do it. And LAFC has taken advantage of the opportunity and the defense breakdowns. And it's 3-0, closing in on the final minutes of this game. Here come the Falconers again. Bouanga trying to get it past Rodrigo De Paul, but he said no. There's Mura trying to do anything at this point. There's another breakout for Nathan Ordaz trying to beat the Crafty Silva, who makes a good defensive play for Inter Miami. Mark Dos Santos very, very happy with what he's seen from his club tonight. And the LAFC crowd loving it on opening night. We close in on the final minute of this game. LAFC with a 3-0 lead. They're going to win. They're going to take this victory, and they're going to head to Houston next Saturday night. A little bit of earlier kickoff. That's it. It's over. The game is over. It is a final. It is 3-0 final. LAFC with the victory on this opening Saturday night. What a game it was. Dennis Bouanga, a goal and an assist. Hugo Loris with the shutout, with the clean sheet on opening night. Nathan Ordaz with a goal. Son Heung-min with an assist. And what a game it was. There's your pretty much scoring summary. If I had to give you a scoring summary, that would be the scoring summary. And we're going to take a short break. And during this break, put your thoughts in the chat of what I should sing. Preferably something related to California, LA. And hopefully I know it. I might have to audible to something I know just to finish it off with that. We'll also be back with some final thoughts on the game itself, as I can now take the scoreboard down, and you can get a full version of me. Look, it's me. Woo, it's me. Hello. Put your thoughts in the chat if you're still around. And We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back. I actually do know that song, to Zombie by the Cranberries. Here we go. That's what we're picking. So thank you, Crazy Cars 496. I actually do know that song. That's a great point. The walkout song, beautiful idea. Great idea. I actually do know this song. I didn't even think about it much until I was like, oh, I actually do know this song. So, all right, well, here it is. Post-game concert for all you great, amazing people that stayed for it. Here it is. Let's start it. I think it's an instrumental for a while. Start. So we're gonna decent volume. Let me know how the volume is. Forgot how good the song is. We'll talk about the game, of course, and wrap after we finish our post-game song. Crazy Cars 496. This one's for you. I don't like this. I'm not going to sing it well, but we're going to sing it, you know. Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken. Violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. In your head, in your head. Zombie, 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 hey, hey, what's in your head? In your head. Zombie, 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 hey, 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 oh. Do 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 do. Instrumental. Oh, maybe not. Another's breaking. Heart is taking over. The violence causes silence. Must be mistaken. It's the same old thing since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your head, zombie, 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 hey, hey. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, 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 hey, hey, oh, oh, hey, oh. Instrumental. I'm granted, I may or may not be singing the song right. I'm singing it kind of how it's like I'm vibing with it, you know. I've heard this song before, but I don't know how it's actually supposed to be sung. So I could be singing completely wrong. Just throwing that out there. Tyler Griffin. I for the first time looked at my camera and was like, oh, the wonderful backdrop, you know. Wonderful backdrop. We love Canisius. We really do. We're still on the instrumental part? Okay. Oh, like this is that's the end of the song. Yeah. I don't have thanks for watching stream. To make one. Alright, well, karaoke time is coming to an end. Post game is pretty much wrapping up. LAFC takes down Inter Miami 3-0. I can basically turn that computer off. Trusty laptop. Providing the music. Because I need music. Inter Miami taken down by LAFC. And in a good game. It really was a good game. LAFC pulled away late is the story. Inter Miami had the chance to tie it early in the second half. David Martinez getting the scoring started in the first half. LAFC with a 1-0 lead into halftime. Second half coming out, Inter Miami, a lot of chances, a big chance, didn't capitalize on it. Hugo Lloris came up big a couple of times. And then it was Dennis Buonga, who else, finishing off the job, giving the LAFC a 2-0 lead. And then Nathan Ordaz added a third one in what we call in sports garbage time, a garbage time goal, but a goal nonetheless, and a beauty of a goal. Make sure to go check out all the highlights and stuff for MLS soccer. Well, that'll do it for me here on the Noel Sports Network. Had a wonderful night, wonderful chat. Everybody had a lot of fun, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't scare anybody with singing. And we'll see you when I see you. It's basically how it's going to be. LAFC takes down Inter Miami 3-0. And it will be a great Saturday night, almost Sunday morning. We're 5 minutes away from midnight. Wow. Sunday morning. Hey, go US, baby. Go US. We'll see you next time on the Noel Sports Network as we take you offline for tonight. 3-0 LAFC defeats Inter Miami. Good night. I'm Andrew Noel on the Noel Sports Network on YouTube, Apple TV. Sponsored. Right, I had the read perfectly and I messed it up. Sponsored by Adrianto Polybuzz. I'll eventually get it down, guys. See you next time. Have a great night, day, weekend, a little bit of everything. We'll see you next time on the Noel Sports Network.